What's up, guys? I recently came across some footage from this November 1972 press conference where Elvis and Colonel Parker were talking about the upcoming Aloha from Hawaii satellite special. This is interesting for two reasons. One, I've never seen this footage before. My friend Pieces of the EP showed it to me. It's an Instagram page. Check it out. He's got a lot of rare stuff. He showed this to me. I want to show this to you and then make some comments about what my thoughts are regarding it.
Mr. Presley, do we have any intention to terminate that ban?
We're on satellite, but as far as a personal appearance, I don't have any definite time. But I would like to come over there. I would like to go to Japan.
How do you think about many Japanese fans came to Las Vegas from Hawaii?
I love them.
So, first of all, I think it's so cool just to see anything new on Elvis. This is new to me in all the years I've been watching it. It's incredible to see it. And I like when he brings his hand up to his face, you can see that jewelry he was wearing. He looked cool. Now, he's asked by a reporter, do you have any plans of coming to Japan? And obviously, Elvis definitely had no plans. I don't know if he had aspirations. I think at one point he did want to tour overseas, but I think as things were getting a little more hectic for him, for whatever reason, he kind of scrapped those ideas. And maybe Parker was like, well, let's do this instead. For one reason, I don't have to leave the country. And Elvis is sort of like, yeah, maybe I'm not up for it at this point. But one thing I think everybody can tell is he's talking very slowly, like he's under the influence. We know that he's like, it's a great privilege. And
It's a great privilege.
If you notice, that was the last press conference he ever gave. I've heard some reports saying that Parker shut down all press conferences after that because of how you could tell Elvis was impaired. And like this November press conference, it really reminds me of the September 4th press conference where he was sweaty. Maybe he was overly dressed at that press conference, but he was definitely a little incoherent. He wasn't himself. You can only just compare these type of press conferences, this November one and the September one. If you compare that to June at Madison Square Garden, he's a totally different person.
Am I going to sit down? First of all, I plead innocent of all charges. I'd like it to, yes, sir. I'd like to very much. I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go to Japan and all those places. I've never been out of this country except in the service,
Why would Elvis be so slow in speech? It doesn't make him look good. I think that when everybody heard him, flub those words, I think they were like, what? But it was kind of overshadowed by their awe for Elvis. If you listen to some other parts of this interview, it takes him a long time to frame his sentences. Listen to some of these clips.
I like it. Get the best material there about the town. Stay in the mainstream. Judging from your performance Saturday night, you really gained and grown. I really like it. I enjoy it. Is that part of the reason you decided to make this a lifetime picture? The other performers come and go. People the magnitude of the Beatles, yet Elvis Presley is right there for 17 years. What do you think? It's quite something. A lot of praying. I like it. I try to get the best material there about the town. To be a natural, having done three films in Hawaii already. I might, because everybody likes that song. I do it everywhere, and everybody likes it. It's hard to tell.
going to be just a live show. And just
Like just capitalizing practice, really, boy.
well, not so much. It's doing a good show. Doing good songs.
All right, but that being said, I mean, that's really what I think when I see this stuff. But like I said, it's so cool to see something new on Elvis. The reporter asked him, do you have any plans of coming to Japan? And, Elvis obviously had none. That was sort of supposed to be taken care of with this satellite. So those two press conferences from September and November that same year were a little weird. But if you watch the actual footage from this particular tour, it's great. He was in great form, singing great, performing great, so must have just caught him at the wrong time. Sometimes, Elvis would take sleep medication. I mean, he would always take sleep medication. But maybe if he had an interview and the sleeping meds hadn't quite worn off yet, he could be a little drowsy still, It took a while. Like sometimes he'd start off a concert slow, like in the later 70s, and it'd take him, maybe halfway through the show before he was kind of in his right mind. So maybe that's what's going on here. But I hope you've enjoyed this just like I have. Talk to me in the comments.